suppose that, okay, we are interested in market for gasoline. Okay, nowadays gas price is very high. So gasoline. In order to talk about market for gasoline, we try to ask how much gasoline do we need to buy? The quantity of gasoline that we buy. Then this quantity of gasoline that we buy depends on many factors. Many factors. Can you name those factors? Okay, probably this. Let's say price of gasoline. Gas price. If gas price is high, then we try to drive less. So we try to save, okay, our money by driving less. So this is the one factor, but there are many other factors. Let's say gas tax. If you buy gasoline, you have to pay 15 cents per gallon to the federal government. That is gas tax. If gas tax increase, then we can find that we try to buy less. But there are many other factors. Maybe your income. If you make a lot of money, then you may not worry about the gas price, right? So whenever you need, you're gonna buy, the gas at the gas station. So this is important factor. What about the other factors? Maybe type of your car. Okay, let's say, my car is truck that requires a lot of gas, then you probably buy more gas. Suppose that your car is compact car, right? Then you probably need less gas than a truck does. So this is also one of the factors. And there are many factors. Let's say even the war between Ukraine and Russia. Because of that war, okay, oil price increase. So because of high oil price, gas price high. So there are so many factors affect how much we buy the gas in the market. So since there are so many factors, it is impossible to consider all factors to find how much gas we buy. It is impossible to consider all those factors at the same time. So since it is impossible, what we do is that we usually consider only these two factors, quantity of gas and the price of gas. We only consider this while we assume that, okay, all other factors do not affect, it's not constant. So in this case, we consider the only two factors. That's the quantity of gas and price of gas. What about the others? The other factors, we assume that the other factors do not affect this relation. So under this, other factors, constant. So we try to find out this by considering only two factors, quantity of gas and price of gas, while these factors are constant. This relation between price and quantity, while all other factors are constant, this is called demand. This is what we define demand in economics. So this concept is slightly different to what we talk about demand in our daily conversation. So because of this difference, some students have difficulty understand this concept, have trouble. So Alexa, please, okay, understand the definition of demand in economics. Demand is, simply speaking, relation between quantity of a good and price of a good, while we put all other factors being constant, strictly constant. That's the demand. Then you can easily talk about that. Okay, if the price of gas increases, what happens to quantity of gas that we buy? We try to buy less gasoline. So we can also think about this. Let's say gas price declines, then we like to buy more gas. So we can see that there is a negative relation between price and quantity. There's negative relation. Okay? So this negative relation defines the demand. So give this idea. Let's think about demand for coffee. Let's see. Okay, can you see now here? So now we want to find out the buyer's behavior to buy the coffee. So we try to find out demand of coffee. Demand for coffee. This is called demand for coffee. So in this case, what is important is the price of coffee and the quantity of coffee that we buy. So in this case, as I said, other factors is constant. Okay, so then now let's think about demand for coffee. As is from here, there we have two information, price and quantity demand. This quantity demand is what? The quantity of coffee that we want to buy. This is nothing but quantity demand for short. So what we know is that if the price of a coffee is $5, then we want to buy 5 pounds of coffee. If the price of coffee is $4 per pound, then we want to buy 10 pounds of coffee, and so on. So we can see the relation between this price and quantity demanded. Then now look at this relation using the graph. Here, what we know is. So now, when price of coffee is $5, then we want to buy 5 pounds of coffee. So if the price, let's say here, and we try to draw this one, we use two-dimensional graph. Two-dimensional graph. Two-dimensional graph. Two-dimensional. When we have two-dimensional graph, we use the vertical axis as our the price. Horizontal axis is called quantity. Quantity. Then who put the price here and who put the quantity here? Well, British economist called Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall in 19th century put the price here on the vertical axis and quantity in the horizontal axis. After Alfred Marshall, we all follow this. Price is on the vertical axis, quantity is on the horizontal axis. Then now look at here. If the price is 5, so $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. If the price is 5, how much coffee do we want to buy? 5 pounds of coffee. So let's say this is 5. Right here, 5 pounds. By looking here, $4. If the coffee is $4, then we want to buy 10. Okay, pounds coffee. So right here. 10. If price is $3 per pound, $3, then we want to buy how much? 15. And so if we connect this line is called what? Demand curve. Demand curve, and this demand curve shows demand for coffee. And so we can see that there is a negative relation between price and quantity. Once again, when we talk about demand for coffee, we say that okay, other factors. Let's say our income, our preference, our taste, all other factors are constant. This does not affect this relation. Then, okay, so here we can find out this relation. Okay, demand for coffee. Okay, then now, so this is the price and this is quantity. Then what we can see is that when price of coffee increase, what happened to quantity of coffee that we want to buy? We know that this declines. Okay? From $1 to $5. Then what happens is that we used to buy 25 pounds, but at this price we buy only 5. So decline when price increase. This is so obvious. So we use this relation as what? Law of demand. This is called law of demand. What is the law of demand? Law of demand indicates negative relation between price and quantity. So when price increase, quantity demanded decreases. When price decline, quantity demanded increases. This phenomenon is called law of demand. So law of demand indicate negative relation between price and quantity demanding.